Bunny is a web app for sex workers that want true agency of their content and bodies. We are creator-focused and member satisfaction-focused. We welcome all types of bodies, sexual tastes, and orientations. We are for sexual empowerment and education and the decriminalization of sex work in the U.S. Something for everyone.
Trouble communicating with your partner? Why do we choose to make our communication tool in the form of a board game? Let us explain. After reading many books about communication and relationship building, it all resulted in failed attempts within my relationship because no actions were being taken right away with my partner. This is Emily. Emily's relationship has been on the rocks for a while because she has trouble effectively expressing her wants and needs to her significant other. With TripleXplayground, you're taking the awkwardness out of the bedroom while simultaneously freeing her of judgment. The game takes all of the blame. To make Emily feel comfortable, we have devised this game to give power and control to the female. How do you ask? By the woman setting the environment. She sets limitations on what she's comfortable with, which allows her to express herself, free of criticism. We're all aware of the ancient practices of the Kama Sutra and many other sexual rituals, but has anyone taken it and modernized it into a board game? Yeah, we don't think so. Just ask our friend here. It's okay, buddy. Here. It's not just a useful communication tool for you and your significant other. It's also an excellent gift for bachelor and bachelorette parties, a wedding, or a divorce party, or even a swing party. It's honestly the best icebreaker for any relationship looking to broaden their horizons, build stronger bonds, or improve the oh-so-familiar bedroom routine. So, next time you're laying down, looking to pull out that hammer, do yourselves a favor and take us home with you.
What's going on, y'all? My name is Omari the Rebel.
And I am the motherfucking Big Pink Pegasus.
And this is Tribechat, the long-form podcast for alternative sexuality from a black perspective. Mm-hmm. We make you think.
We make you laugh.
And we make you come. We're supposed to do it together.
I know, right? Fucking forgot.
Recording in WTF Media Studios in Soho, Manhattan. And you can catch us every Monday and Saturday on Full Swap Radio and K97 FM, the adult party station. And Dave, we're back. I missed you, Dave. You missed us, Dave? Yes. Drop a bomb for What the Fuck Media Studios, Dave. All right. So before I get started, I wanted to shout out to Excite Bunny, the first black-owned adult social media platform revolutionizing adult content. And also, I need to shout out TripleXplayground. TPX is a fun-filled game that can be played amongst couples, with a third, a person, or in a group. It will provide an opportunity to explore different sexual realms, suggestively take your sexual height, or what you might need to be discovering. Need to add some spice or not sure how? Come to the playground, www.triplexplayground.com. And if you guys are watching us on YouTube, what you can do is you can scan that QR code. That'll give you a discounted rate to this game as well as others like it so that you can start your icebreakers or you can add a little spice to your life. So let's get into our guest this afternoon. And we have Hippie Sunflower. Actually,
I changed it to Goddess Sunflower.
Goddess Sunflower. Well, Malika, Cumbie is a consent. Cumbie is a consent and polyamory educator, as well as a professional cuddler and yoga teacher.
Cuddler.
Nice.
You cuddle professionally. I missed the cuddle party. I wanted to.
It was so sweet yesterday. It was really beautiful.
Yes, she's a Brooklyn native, mother, and her passions include creating community, roots healing, wellness, removing shame from pleasure, and centering black folks. She is the owner of NYC Lovehouse, which hosts many events such as Cuddle Puddle, Sex Church, polyamorous meetups, erotic BDSM gatherings. All events center the importance of consent, boundaries, and the community. And my brother, JP Machiavelli, is the CEO and owner of TripleXplayground.
Al.
So, how y'all guys joining us?
You know, Al is my favorite.
Al is everybody's favorite, honey.
How y'all doing?
Pretty good. I'm pretty good, man.
Let me ask,
How's everyone doing?
Miss, what constitutes, what determines you a professional cuddler?
I actually took a certification. Yeah, but people can cuddle without being a professional. But
Right.
I took a certification. I do. It's a whole thing where we are providing services to support people,
Right.
one-on-one cuddling, or if I throw the
fucking
parties,
cuddling.
that's another thing.
We were gonna I'm looking forward to getting into that. And I want to talk about sex church before we do
Oh,
that.
yeah.
All right, what I need to do is we're gonna get into our news real quick. Now, what we do here typically is we start off with a little bit of news. Now, Habari Gani is the literal Swahili translation for the term beautiful tribe. Keeping with the cultural continuity of the Nzuri Kabila brand, we begin with the Swahili term for what's the news, Habari Gani. So, starting off first, closing out Black History Month and starting off Women's History Month, Niecy Nash and Jessica Betts celebrate making history as first same-sex couple to cover Essence. Drop a bomb for Essence, goddammit! For making history as the first same-sex couple. The pair had been rumored to have been married for 2 years. They made history last week as they graced the cover of Essence March, April, and edition. This is for 2022 issue, officially becoming the first same-sex couple to do so. She quotes, making her story, Niecy Nash at 52 wrote on Instagram, celebrating the historic cover. Thank you, Essence, for choosing the Betts as your first same-sex couple to cover your magazine. Hashtag Betts of World, making history, hashtag her story. In a separate post alongside a photo of the pair posing topless, the Claws actress added, simply the Betts. And moving on to our next story, Florida abortion ban proposal would require fathers to pay child support at 15 weeks. Actually, I looked this up, and actually, I feel this. This is kind of dope. All right, so more than a dozen amendments to Florida's proposal 15-week abortion ban were filed Tuesday in the latest visit to the Senate committee. WFLA reports among the proposed legislative add-ons were a requirement for fathers to start paying child support at 15 weeks. If abortions are banned 15 weeks of gestation, the amendment proposed in Florida Senate by Tim Scott Polsky, Democratic, and Palm Beach will require the father of the child to start paying child support as soon as abortions are no longer legal. The amendment was written and will include health insurance coverage for the mother and the child, as well as the duration of pregnancy and any related postpartum cares for the child. In cases of paternity where the unborn child is contested, the court would have to wait to enforce child support payments until the biological father is confirmed. Payments would then be required to include retroactive payments 15 weeks into pregnancy. This actually, I feel this because it makes sense. If you are against abortion, you should actually put your money where your mouth is, then pay for it then.
You know what?
You know what I'm saying?
That is a very, very interesting something. I agree with it partially. I think the money should probably go into escrow until, the baby is born, because mothers have so many other resources, and not that we're all taken care of like 100% ironclad, but, just as a precautionary method to keep the fathers safe, because the bottom line is they always want to go after your money. So just to keep it safe, just put it in escrow until the baby is born. I don't have a problem with you paying.
Right.
Just hold on to it.
The 15-week abortion ban will return to the Senate for question and answer the debate on the amendments next Wednesday. It will go further to the floor debate. The abortion ban has already created legislative hurdles in the chamber. And for our last story, you can fuck somebody in the ass with a condom. No, I'm serious. That's the last story. Listen, all of our stories are actually provided by Ashley Cobb, Gossip and Gasms. This is actually provided by the New York Times, by somebody named Pam Bullock. She's a Pulitzer Prize.
Know that?
Yes, it says the Federal Drug Administration grants the first condom approval for fucking in the ass. I'm sorry, for anal sex. For the first time, the U.S. regulators have officially authorized condom to be used for anal sex,
So it's a
not
law
just
now.
vaginal sex. No, the FDA recognizes that. Amari the Rebel, and that's your answer to the question, what's the news, Habari Gani? All right, so if we can get to knowing our guest, and I wanted to welcome you here. And everybody who's watching, you guys want to know what the hell exactly this is right now. So, JP, can you explain to everybody who can see us on YouTube, what is this that I'm holding in my hand?
That is the best adult sex game on the market right now. Not only material-wise, 16 years in the making. I conceptualized this game as a challenge from a girlfriend at the time, and it became so much more. Now it's a full brand. There's actually 5 games coming out. This is the first of its kind. This is the heterosexual version, but there are options in the game that people of other
sex bi-friendly.
It's definitely bi-friendly, and like I said, aesthetically, it's super pleasing. And then also the materials that I went above and beyond, making it of the best quality. This would be
you
the Supreme.
did. It's a very good quality material.
Let's open it up for a second.
Before.
We're actually about to try to see if we can, since this is an icebreaker game, and we have the lady from NYC Lovehouse joining us. So we're going to try to break some ice with the TripleXplayground game.
Gosh.
Soon as you unbox this game, I unboxed this at the party last Friday. What I didn't know, you got to read the instructions. For everybody who doesn't, I don't like reading instructions. So this, I thought that you purchased one game. It's like 3 games in one. So this version right here, it gives you 3 ways to play this game. So the first version that I noticed was it's like a board game. I'm actually going to get into the second duration of how we can play this during our next episode. So it's like we got the board game here. It starts with the 1, and then we even have cards and such here. And there's an hourglass here. So what's the hourglass for, JP?
So the hourglass, as you can see, the quality of the materials, it's probably the least of the quality wise because they couldn't make the one I was looking
glass,
for.
Right?
Yeah. I wanted it to be of crystal and really next level. But the hourglass is really a timer to keep time of each action for 1 minute. And we decided on 1 minute because really it's the men that really have a hard time keeping it together when they get too excited as opposed to women. And so in that sense, I shortened it from 3 minutes to 1 minute actions. So the hourglass is to keep that time, but you can use your phone. You can use any MP3 file. And the app that we're developing right now, you can add your own MP3 files to it. It's going to be really crazy. But that's what the hourglass is for. It's to keep time of the actions.
Let me ask you this question. I want to know what the original challenge was. You said this game came to life because you were challenged by an ex-girlfriend of yours. What the hell was the challenge that causes you to invent a board game?
It's so crazy. It's so simple. We used to go out a lot. And so this was about 16 years ago or so. We were doing the whole, New York circuit of the clubs. I've been in that scene since I was 13. I'm 53. So I've been doing New York my whole life. Yeah. And so we was out there every day of the week. And then we would end up at, the adult shops buying gadgets, toys, whatever, games, and we would go back to the tellies or my place or whatever. The games that we bought were not up to par. They were, and I assess them as a whole, they're gags, they're gimmicks. There's no psychological approach. They're very cheap materials. They barely play right. So I said, these things, I'm not buying them anymore. We bought them all. And then she's like, I think you can make a better game. And I'm like, you think I can? She's like, I think you'll probably make the best game. I challenge you. We used to always challenge each other to do things.
That's awesome.
So I was like, I'm up for that challenge. I stayed up all night and I conceptualized the mathematics behind the game flow on the board. And once I did that, I just put it to rest. And then I revisited it a couple of years later and started developing it.
Okay.
JP, I wanted to get into setting up. So I want you to walk us through a little bit on how to play the version that's the board game and such, because they have little jewels here. So right now you get a token when you play the board game because it comes with dice. And
I'm laughing because he asked you to do it and now you're going to do it. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I have them up as well.
Go ahead. Just go ahead. I'm talking about what's going on now.
Yes, you got to be around. But look, what's going on is you have a little token that starts here at 1, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And so we actually have the die. So when we roll the die is supposed to move us a little bit forward. What happens when you land on the square, JP?
Okay, so this is the number die right here. It's a 10-sided die. The reason why, because every line, every row is 10 spaces. So I figured let's make a 10-sided die, right? And so when you roll it, whatever number you land on, let's say you land on a 6. I don't have the board. I do have the board in front of me. I'd have to look at it as well. Give me a second. Let me just open it up so I could be accurate.
While you do that, I'm going to access.
I'm ready.
Tell us about being a professional cuddler, and I also want to know about sex church. Why sex church?
I love that. The name.
Well, first of all, I started to go to cuddle parties like 3 years ago, and after the cuddle party that I went to in Manhattan.
Explain to people what cuddle parties are for those of the audience who don't know.
Yeah, I went to a cuddle gathering in Manhattan with my metamor, which is my partner's partner, and it was like, oh, we get to go and do fun things together. So we went to a cuddle party. What was really powerful for me was hearing the consent workshop. And then after the cuddle party, I was like, I need to start hosting these. So I started to host them in Brooklyn. And those are just basically platonic cuddle events. So people are fully clothed. We get to explore touch and it being like something that has to do with a basic need, but you don't have to, it doesn't have to lead to sex,
right?
You know? And then we do it starts out with a consent workshop, so it really creates a safe space. Cuddle Party was like my first church in the sense of like, it feels really beautiful to support people in basic needs, you know, with touch.
Right.
And then I led to Sex Church. Sex Church started happening after I was going to a bunch of play parties and realizing that I would like to create my own, and my own is like a curated play party. So Sex Church, it's not a traditional play party. It's a sacred, curated event.
I've been to Sex
We
Church.
sage people at the beginning. I do a grounding that
And you're
starts
leaving.
with, it's going to be more of a traveling show. So if you have a space and you want me to bring Sex Church to you, I can go to wherever you are.
That's dope.
But I am leaving and I'll be focusing on like retreats and things like that. I'm moving to Mexico.
Awesome.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So hotel takeovers and whatever.
Wow.
Yeah, this actually brings us to a great junction point. So tell us about some of the places that you have seen this game be utilized.
Oh, you're talking to me. So swing parties, for sure.
Okay.
My bedroom. And tons of friends. Like I mean, I know a lot of celebrities from my background. I'm from the music industry originally, so
Yeah, I rap too.
Yeah, so I know a lot of people in the industry. So I've gifted the game and to build brand awareness, and they've sent me PSAs. So I have tons of PSAs that I'm getting ready to launch from actors and rappers and athletes that I didn't think they would be so open to share, but. Yeah, that's where I've seen it.
Sexual revolution happening.
Yeah.
All right.
But I love it. I love it.
I would love that.
Now the die. Now this particular die.
Yeah.
So when we have the die, the one that in the version that I have, the white one has the numbers on it, right?
Correct.
All right. So we have a black one, a red one, and like this is the orange one. So
Yeah,
how do
like
I?
a peach orange.
Oh, my fault.
Those are really heavy too.
How do you use
Yeah,
these? So like since there's a few sets of die, how do we use them properly to advance
Okay,
my piece
so-
on the board?
So the first question was, how does the board play? And I opened it up immediately. So I could just give you the whole spiel in 1 second. That way you got it down packed. Because you're right, the instructions can be a little overwhelming just because there's 3 sets of instructions there. You know what I mean? But I did make it easier by making a video on how to play. Whereas a couple playing a game and it takes you step by step, very easy how to play the game.
Who knew that communicating could be so much fun? It's quite easy actually. Each partner takes turns rolling the number dice to start playing the board. Whichever color you land on determines the color card you play. If you choose not to play your color card, you could hold on to it for a later time. But you must pick up a black card and answer it truthfully. If you land on a white square, you have to roll the dirtiest dice. Don't be afraid to roll the dice. They will become your best friend. At times, you will be instructed to climb to different heights, while others may have to slide into something naughty. All actions are to be played out for 1 minute unless instructed otherwise by the playing cards. The object of the game is to build higher level of communication with your significant other. Just remember, everyone is a winner when you play TripleXplayground.
So the concept of the game is it's like a derivative of Chutes and Ladders back in days when we was kids.
Yeah.
Chutes and Ladders. There was no trivia there, right? It was ups and downs, up the ladder, down the slides. Okay, so say for instance you roll the die, the number die, the white one, and you land on a 4. Okay, because the girl is there in a position, a waiting position with a chain around her neck, and he's yanking on the chain on space number 14. You go up to 14 because it's being pulled. You see, the chain is being pulled.
Yes. Can you get in there? Can the camera come over there?
Hold on, we got the.
I can bring it. I can do it for you. I have it right here.
Just in case.
I can work with you. Yeah.
Ooh, so my motherfucker's stomach is folding up and shit like a chair.
Okay, so 1, and then if you land on 4, and then the chain pulls it up to 14. So now basically your end result is a red.
Right.
So you pick a red card. Okay. So wherever your end result is, that's what the card you pick. If you land on a white space, you roll the dirtiest dice. If you land on a peach space, then you pick each card. But the ups and downs. So once again, if you land on a 4, you're really going to 14. Say for instance, if you land on, what number is this? 62, and she's coming back down to 19. So then you land on a white space in 19, and then you roll the dice.
Are y'all getting this? Hopefully.
Yeah. The die I just picked up, it said "fuck her." You know what I'm saying? The red one says, "Eat her pussy." Another side it says, "Fuck me with toy."
Right.
And then this red die just has one space that just says "wild." Also, there's a few cards that you have here, and I just turned it over.
There's a lot.
Coupon that says "win whatever you want for a total of 5 minutes." 5 minutes, that's it.
Whatever you want. I mean, hey, shit. Sometimes the stuff you want is really, really off limits, and 5 minutes is all you can fucking stand.
Malika, how do you identify sexually?
I am pansexual, queer. I like all genders.
Are you partnered?
I'm not. I have lovers.
You have lovers.
Yeah.
Hence the poly.
Yes.
I have lovers, but I don't have a titled relationship. But I have people in my life that I love that show up for me, and I show up for them.
Beautiful.
And they know that I have multiple people.
That's so pure.
JP, what is your relationship status, if you could share?
Currently in between things. I guess
it's complicated.
Yes, I love being in between things. I love that.
Like, I'm good. I'm in a good space. I'm single by choice.
Nice.
That's
always
seriously.
the best.
I'm somewhat single
whatever
too.
space you are, if it's by choice, that's always the best.
Yes.
Well, you know what it is? Building a brand from the ground up and building brand awareness, it's completely time consuming.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's not fair to anybody.
No.
So you can't give them the energy they need. So
right. Because you got to tend to your baby.
Some energy.
I went through that, you know what I'm saying? But right before I got here, you know what I'm saying? I got a phone call from somebody who actually helped build this show. And she was like, yo, I saw what you're doing. And she's proud and such. Yeah, the executive producer wanted to wish us good luck when I return.
Nice.
Oh.
All right,
Thank you, my love.
Yes. Her shy ass is not joining us right now. But check this out. You brung up lovers. This actually brings me to a particular conversation, as a matter of fact. Dave, you have an email that we sent? All right, so here's what happened. Now, a couple of months ago, see, there was like this viral picture. So there was a picture of a woman, a sister, and a few gentlemen, right? And the caption a lot of people put was, "Me and my 4 husbands." I was familiar with her immediately. I used to live in North Carolina. See, the woman, her name is Kenya Stevens, and she has an organization. It's called Progressive Love Academy. And Kenya Stevens is very known and very proud about her open poly status. Her primary, I think the brother, Carl is the brother that
I met
the primary.
him. I met
yes.
him.
He's actually a ordained pastor. Featured on a few publications. She was on the Monique show. Back when Monique was still a thing. This is how long she's been around. And I did see her on
Yes,
the episode
baby.
of Playboy, right? Now, here's the thing. I reached out to her.
I got double chins.
We did reach out to her, and I can't remember. I think we were there was a scheduling conflict when we were trying to get her on the show, right? But she was in contact with some other gentleman, right? Now, the premise of this guy's show, you guys know what we mean when we talk about the hoteps, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this gentleman, what does he call himself? Marquette? So
I don't know.
she sat down with Marquette and her tribe. Apparently, I'm giving you guys the setup. So what happened was Kenya must have had a conversation on the phone with Marquette that went left. And for whatever reason, they were able to move past that, and she agreed to do the interview, right? So I was watching the interview, and Marquette got real boisterous, and he was antagonizing her all throughout the interview. So then it got to this point. Can you play that first clip, Dave? I want everybody to take a look at this.
Sure. Well, number one, I think their thing is that you're sharing yours, so you're getting vagina that's of low value.
Ew.
Whoa.
1 second. So
Whoa.
I gotta pull that up because I need you guys to get the setup correctly because Marquette is occupying the left side of the screen, and you guys will get familiar with the tribe here.
Well, number one, I think their thing is that you're sharing yours, so you're getting vagina that's of low value because it's basically everybody can get some. And the reason we say that is not a guess. Kenya was quoted stating, I don't put a limit on the number of partners I have. I have partners here in, is that Archville? Asheville. I have partners in other cities. I have my husband.
Yeah.
I don't know how many partners I have, which is to say that, well, if these guys on the internet need some vagina, sound like Kenya handing it out, and they just need to get in line and get them a piece.
Yeah, I would love to see them try that. That would be amazing to see that.
Well, it says that she meets most of the guys she hooks up with on Tinder, so all they would need to do is swipe right, right?
Mm-mm.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, they would
just swipe right, and they would have to show that they have some credentials. They have to show they have some masculinity and that they were worthy of that type of thing.
Right.
I really doubt that your listeners and your followers are in that category, brother.
No.
That's just
Give it to 'em.
that's my guess.
Well, see, I see that you're insulting people, and from the way that you've presented yourself and you being overrun by a female and overtalked by a
hell
female,
no.
and saying
Wow.
the female is your
I
protector.
got stuff
heavy.
to
I
say
think the
about
kind
this.
of gentlemen who follow me, I don't even think you'd say that to their face, to be honest with you.
Ooh.
And I saw you two guys in a photo holding her up, and I didn't see one muscle in sight.
I'm saying it's
Oh.
yours right now because you're the only gentleman in front of me, my brother.
Mm.
So if they want to
There's
jump
there's a thousand people watching, and you said your followers.
You can go that route as
Ew.
well.
You said
That's messy.
There's 1,000 people watching, and you said your followers. You didn't say Marquette Devon Burton.
I'm
because
saying you're in front of me right now, brother, and I'm talking to you.
Right.
You and I both know that to me, you're an ant. To me,
Okay.
you're an ant. You don't have anything on me. I'm the big bad wolf, little buddy.
Ew.
I mean, let's get
Respectful.
real here. You are so weak that you have to share a woman who is below average.
Ooh.
I am elite. I line my women up and they all are dominated. And you ask them, if all my women are here, you ask them, who's the leader?
Ew.
They say he.
Now, before we move forward, real quickly, I need to get everybody to just weigh in really quickly, real fast.
Yeah, first of all, people need to understand that, my body belongs to me. And there's no sharing. You share pizza, you share an umbrella. You don't share pussy because it belongs to that person. Separating love from ownership, that's where we all go wrong. Like when people start to really think because you are interacting with this person, you now own their body. Absolutely not. That's a boundary I discussed with everybody from the beginning, that what I do with my body and what I do with my time is my choice.
JP, what do you think?
I think if he's the mediator of this show and he's supposed to carry himself like a professional, first and foremost, he's completely out of line. And he went to a personal place. Obviously, he's bitter. And he really degraded himself. And I think that his show should be canceled. I think the show should be canceled because a person like that doesn't belong in such a sensitive realm, you know, because this is not easy for us.
Anyone.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Real talk. You know what I mean? And it's just a lot of people out there that are judgmental. Society sets a standard, but you know, we think outside the box.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So for an individual like that to come on and have guests come on, whether it's an ex-girlfriend or whatever, and really just bash him, I just think he's of low class. You know, that's not good.
I
You know what
definitely feel like he's of low class, but even more so than that, it says a whole lot. I mean, he shows it. It's not even just about what I think, because anytime you can get up and have to proclaim yourself to be something. See, that's the one thing people don't know. When you come into a room, your presence precedes whatever's going to come out of your mouth. So if you have to get up here and tell me you're up here and I'm down there, that's because you're more than likely trying to convince yourself and not me.
Correct.
You understand what I'm saying? And
He's projecting.
everybody understands that woman is the first teacher because that's where your mama comes in.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? God gave man a seed to carry, but the life goes into the woman. She's the first teacher. She's the first everything, and he in and of himself trusted us with the life. So with a help, you know what? I'm sorry. Go on. Where we going?
He betrayed her for ratings, man.
Yeah.
We're getting ready to wrap up real soon, but before I do so, I actually wanted to close out as Women's History Month. We have a friend of ours, Dr. Jana Frangalova. She's an NYU professor, and she's also a psychologist. She runs the Open Love Smarter course, where you can actually learn how you can open your relationship and network with people who are about that. So what happens is somebody asked her a question: what would be the pros and cons of being in an open relationship, right? So
It's individual specific. But go ahead, babe. Go on.
So when Dr. Jana, she was asked, what are the pros and cons of an open poly relationship, she responded as such. Dave?
That should make you skeptical. So polyamory, having multiple romantic, not just sexual relationships at the same time, comes with some amazing pros. There's so much sexual and romantic freedom in it. Many more of our needs can get met than in any one given relationship, and a tremendous amount of personal and relationship growth can come out of it. At the same time, it comes with some real cons. It is much more challenging emotionally and logistically than other forms of non-monogamy, because when you fall in love and seriously date someone else, that takes much more time, energy, and emotional bandwidth than casual sex and dating. And so it's much harder to navigate and much more potentially disruptive to an existing relationship. I would honestly say that probably about 95% of people on the planet should not attempt polyamory. If they're interested in some sort of non-monogamy, try an easier form of non-monogamy, at least to start with.
Cheating.
Which one is right for you? Check out the Open Smarter course, link in bio, to find out.
Yes. Can we drop a bomb for Dr. Jana
I
Frangalova?
love Dr. Jana.
The professor, as well as psychologist, and she is most definitely a freak. I talk to Dr. Jana all the time.
Dave,
man.
you having trouble finding the damn bomb. There you go, baby. You always come through.
And since you're in there, Dave, also you already
there?
know what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do is this, though. Like I want everybody to understand that, like I always like to say, we need to remove this language that like sex is something that happens to a woman. You see, if we're gonna respect, this is Women's History Month, we need to start with respecting a woman's agency. She may want a monogamous relationship, or she may want multiple partners and such. But like I said before, there is no correlation between a human being's value and the amount of sexual partners. As a matter of fact, I was disappointed that we were talking about this shit in my space. And as much as people are able to interpret
I agree.
the way they want to, I think it's weird to be talking about body counts.
Right.
Wait, in my
35.
space or in your space?
No, in
Like
the
on-
space that we have in the tribe.
Yeah.
You still on my space. It's a problem already.
And just because someone enjoys to send like centering your pleasure doesn't necessarily mean you're devalued.
No,
Like,
it
it's a woman
definitely
who's
does
saying
not.
I
Guess
center
what?
my pleasure.
I think that means you value yourself
Right,
even more
exactly.
because you choose to disregard what everybody else chooses to appraise you as.
Let me,
Exactly.
close
And
up
doesn't
with-
mean you want everybody.
No, it doesn't. But who you do want, you ain't gonna make no bones about.
Exactly.
All right, so to
I be
further-
having a fucking attitude.
Grown
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
to further
You better
continue,
hurry
what I
up.
wanted to say is this, though. We want to make sure that we're able to meet everybody where they are as far as knowing how they want to love and giving people the space to love exactly on their terms. Now, as far as Marquette, what was that Negro's last name?
Who the fuck knows?
Now,
That's his
for
name. Marquette, who
and
the
the other
fuck knows?
hoteps who you believe that a woman who wants to enjoy sexual partners is getting ran through. We got a special jingle for people like you to highlight the exceptional brilliance of geniuses just like you. Dave, can we play our song for Marquette, please? So before we close out, we have two questions that we have to ask everybody. Nope, seriously though. JP, seriously, importantly.
I already know her answer.
Do you eat ass?
Absolutely.
Do you eat ass?
I actually don't.
You haven't ate ass?
Oh my MFing God, I was so wrong. I would have lost on Jeopardy because I would have damn sure said you did.
Oh, what did you think I do?
I think you eat ass and you got the perfect nose for an anus. Like it's a lot.
Oh, gee.
You do. Like I'm a little different. You just yeah.
No, it's all good.
For the final question, now we ask everybody this. So now if you have
That's funny.
4 people that you can think of,
Damn it.
4
didn't know.
people
I
that
didn't
you are so attracted to, 4 famous people that you believe that you would like to have sex with, but you want them so much, you want them all at the same damn time. So who is on your fantasy for fuck list, JP?
Believe it or not, still Selma Hayek.
Nice.
Definitely. I know she's getting older, but I'm still feeling
that's
her.
sometimes that's
She comes up a lot on this show. Somehow.
Yeah, Selma Hayek for sure. I don't know. Damn, I can't really think. I don't really fantasize over people like that. But
No?
Selma Hayek is definitely one of them. Nah, because I usually get what I want. I'll tell you one that I missed the mark on. That was Nicole Murphy.
Oh,
You know what I'm
Nicole
saying?
Murphy is bad.
No, because I bagged her, but I didn't close.
right.
So
man.
you know what I mean? So
I think she got
I
swinger
dropped the
vibes. Nicole Murphy got swinger vibes. I think she'd that'd be fun.
Well, you know, I got very good friends that tell me things. But I guess those 2 right now, man. Those are the ones that I think about. You know.
Look, you done had time to think. We don't.
I know.
That's it.
I have like.
Why got to be 4? Why
I be
can't it
forgetting
just be
his name. I'm sorry.
Because it could be.
Actually,
Listen, because 4
It's a
is
fourth way.
overwhelming.
I
It's
have
super over.
Janelle Monáe. I have Jill Scott.
Ooh, I like her too, though.
Janelle Monáe and Jill Scott. We all
Did
feel
you
good.
see how she looked at me when she said Jill Scott? Go ahead.
I like Idris Elba. What's that dude's name from Lovecraft Country? That
Love.
do you know the black guy?
She's talking about the new bad guy in the MCU.
He's so cute.
Damn, I forgot. I know exactly what you're talking about. Jonathan Majors?
Yeah, I think
She got her 4.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right, Lauren London then.
Definitely.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So before we go,
My shit changed. No, I got. He always trying to.
I just love black people.
Motherfucking thing. I know
We
we on
also
the
have our
schedule, but I
guest
know we got guests here, but I want to say my motherfucking 4. Like, shit, damn. All right, what the fuck it? Look, y'all ain't gonna know my 4 because he said he don't want to know.
that's for the
All right,
kids.
Zoe
ahead, go
Kravitz.
ahead.
Zoe Kravitz. There you go.
Definitely.
I had to. Yeah.
How you gonna say? Go ahead, just close the shit, man.
So can you let us know about your final event and how we can get in?
Oh, you want to go to Instagram, NYC Lovehouse, and the last sex church at this particular space that we've originally had it is happening March 18th. So that's next Friday. It's going to be an event you don't want to miss.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. Your voice is reminiscent of an adolescent who loves to masturbate. I don't even.
wow.
Well, I did do a lot of masturbation as an adolescent.
There you go.
I don't even know what that
JP?
sounds like, but that's it.
Tell us
I love
where
your
can
hair.
we get more information about XXX Playground, the merchandise, and the radio show you got coming out?
And if you
Oh
have
yeah.
videos
All right.
of
Perfect,
eating
man.
ass.
Thank you. So you can purchase all our products and services on TripleXplayground.com. That's TripleXplayground.com. It's fully spelled out. And then our handles on Instagram are _X_playground for the game, XXX Radio for the podcast show that's coming soon, and X_line_active_wear, and that's the active wear, the line of clothing that we just put out, and it's actually doing really well, man. People are going crazy for the clothes.
Nice.
So those are all our handles.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, we're on all social media platforms on the XXX Playground, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest, we're everywhere. You know,
that would be dope.
We're on Amazon too, and Walmart.
XXX.
Yes, man. It's great for us to be working together. I'm going to talk to you a little bit more detail about special plan that I have for XXX Playground. Matter of fact,
I know you were telling me, man. I'm excited, bro. And
yes.
I really, honestly, I didn't know what to expect, but I have to tell you guys, man, I'm really feeling your show.
Thank you.
I didn't know what to expect because I done did a couple of podcasts now, and sometimes they're to the left, but you guys are really on point.
Yeah.
You're really on point about the subject matter, and I appreciate that because it really helps me to fit in somewhere and explain. Because I'm building brand awareness, so people are like, "What is this game?" There's never been a game like this before.
Right.
Well, it's about time. It's about time. You know what I mean?
Not to this
and so that's what it's about. But just to answer that question that you asked me before, I didn't get a chance to because I kind of diverted. The peach dice is the position dice, the black dice is the male dice, the red dice is the woman's dice. Anytime you roll these dice, you roll the peach with the corresponding dice. So the woman rolls this, the man rolls these. And that's how you know the position and the action you're going to take. You know?
Do you like your mouth spitting?
No, but I like to spit in people's mouth.
Just figure that out. You don't have to.
You guys, we're going to continue running ads for XXX Playground as well as Excite Bunny. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get in touch with you guys about this product that we have. You can come on our page on our YouTube, and you can also scan that QR code, and you'll be able to purchase some of XXX Playground's products, man. Stay in touch for the collaborations that we have in the near future. And make sure that you go to NYC Lovehouse's final event.
Yeah.
She is
Bring
going
in Brooklyn.
Mexico.
In Mexico.
So come to Mexico. Crown Heights.
Hit me up because I'm 30 minutes from Mexico and I'm doing events out here. Yeah, for sure. I might hire you to do one of our events. We're doing some stuff out here. And we're looking to do the Desires and Temptation events out there in Mexico as well.
Right.
You know, the resorts, the swing resorts. So definitely hit me up. We might collabo on that.
Yeah,
you know
nice. I love icebreaker games. That's what I love to do at the beginning of the party.
Yeah, JP, we're gonna be in touch, man. Thank you so much for joining.
100%.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna hit you up a little bit later. And
thanks.
So nice to see you again.
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna definitely try to come out to Sex Church.
Yeah,
I came.
Yeah, y'all both have come to my.
I came
place.
and I came,
and it was beautiful to watch. Yes.
All right, y'all. My name is Omari the Rebel,
and I am the motherfucking Big Pink Pegasus show.
Thanks for joining us in Tribechat. Like you guys said, like you guys heard me say, go pick up XXX Playground, and if you're an adult content creator, you want to check out Excite Bunny out.
Hey girl, what's up? Oh, you want to know how it went? Let me tell you, this game, it really knows what it's doing. I mean, it just takes me there again and again and all over again. And normally I'm a really good actress. And, you know, I can just kind of fake my way there. But I don't even have to with this. It really is the best. XXX Playground. Come play with me.
Excite Bunny is a web app for sex workers that want true agency of their content and bodies. We are creator focused and member satisfaction focused. We welcome all type of bodies, sexual tastes and orientations. We are for sexual empowerment and education and the decriminalization of sex work in the U.S. Something for everyone.